Let me ask you a question, Peter, about another piece of news, which is the travel ban the president's changed this week. There wasn't as much coverage as the first one.
Yeah.
Well, how did it change?
Well, it did some important things differently. One, it took out Iraq, our ally in this war against ISIS. Another thing it did was it made clear and explicit that green card holders and people who have visas already are not included. And it took out a preference meant for Christian minorities in some of these Muslim countries. So those things were important in minimizing some of the disruption that we saw the first time around. You didn't have people on airplanes literally blocked at the border when they got here. Beyond that, it's still pretty similar. Still, stopping all refugees and all visitors from these 6 countries, Muslim majority, for a time. And you're now back in court. You now have lawsuits already. And I think that the issue is going to be, will these courts look at this as basically a dressed up version of the same thing, or will they see those changes as being substantive enough to give it, a constitutional veneer?
They did reverse engineer this second travel ban in a way. I mean, it's clear from looking at it, I've spoken with many legal scholars about this, that the Trump administration kind of looked at the bill, looked at what the complaints were from the judges from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, and sort of created the new travel ban kind of backwards from that. So a lot of legal scholars think that this will, stand up in court, although there are a lot of problems that predate anything that's written down, which is that Donald Trump himself said on the campaign trail back in December 2015, I want a Muslim ban, keep them all out. So there's so many things that he said in the public record that courts can look at that can say, hey, this is really a Muslim ban dressed up as something else. And so that's sort of irrespective of what's on the piece of paper.